Hello everybody, Weston here. Been a while, maybe a little while, but the last video I think I did was like an acting test video, and so if you haven't seen that, you can check that out. I haven't linked it in the video for you. But today I am doing a reaction video. Even though I've seen these trailers, I'm doing this for the request of Breezy Warhead. Shout out to you, man. I know you've been requesting me to do this for a while. Things have been busy, you know, I've been trying to get my life together, and it just, a lot of shit was going on. A lot of crazy stuff. And it's to the Star Wars Old Republic cinematic trailers, which they are just outstanding. It's been a while since I've seen them. So, and there is a complete video with all of them matched together in 4K Ultra HD quality, which I'm going to watch. And so, yeah, it's been a while, and I think I might as well go ahead and do this, because this is like the last year, with the Rise of Skywalker coming out this year, it's like the last of the Skywalker saga. And so, to do like what I think should be canon, honestly, but I guess it considers Legends now. But I think with like what Dave Filoni's doing with Rebels and the Clone Wars, it seems like he's bringing a lot of the Old Republic legend characters and stories back, as we can see, into the canon universe. Even The Last Jedi, Luke has like a crystal that's like a remnant of like Darth Revan's like lightsaber crystal shard or whatever it is. So it's almost like they're hinting towards that we're bringing Old Republic back. So in my opinion, I think they're canon. Even though I guess maybe they kind of are, they kind of aren't. I'm not sure yet. I don't know what Pablo Hidalgo, whatever his name is, the writer, I don't know what they're trying to go for. And to me, from what it seems like, they're trying to bring Old Republic back. So I guess at the starting point, we start at the very beginning, the Old Republic, and then I'll do a marathon, mind you, can't speak today, yeah, doing a marathon of just Star Wars in general. So now watch the movies. I will do a movie review of every single Star Wars film, and do a review of each of the seasons too, and even the games. I'll do a review of all of them. I'm not going to do a review of every single episode of the series, but just as a series overall, as a whole, I will do a review on, for sure. It's just, it will be too much work. I'm trying to be more creative. I want to do like kind of more comedic and more analytical reviews, more entertaining, add more of an entertainment factor in it, and not just make it just a typical boring review like everyone else does. You know what I'm saying? So right now, let's go ahead, watch the Old Republic cinematic trailers at the request of Warhead. Man, I keep forgetting your name, man. But Warhead. I'm just going to go with Warhead. I remember that was the last part. At your request, bro. I got you. And let's do this thing, shall we? Here we go. It's been a while since I've seen these. From what I remember, they were visually amazing.
Korriban, ancient birthplace of the Sith. We believed ruins were all that remained of their evil empire.
So much history, so much lore to the Old Republic.
I swear, I had no idea
very
what was in
interesting.
those crates. I'm innocent.
You were smuggling Sith artifacts, Captain.
Fine, keep the artifacts. Just give me back my ship.
Eyes front.
Just inspecting the troops, Corporal.
So this ain't at the release of what the trailers have been released on. It's more based on story purposes and put together, which makes more sense to me. So I'm going to watch it that way. Or based on the time
Sith Empire has returned.
Visuals are so good up to this day.
We must warn the Republic. Our shuttles can't outrun those fighters.
Well, guess who's got the fastest ship in the sector?
Station defenses free. All hands evacuate.
Look out!
I swear he's Indiana Jones in space.
pretty, but she's tough.
Oh, damn. Here come the Sith.
Captain, prep your ship. This is our fight.
That's a pretty good shot.
T7, prep the iron cannons.
Good choreography, too. The Rise of Skywalker needs something like this, honestly.
Go, Satil. You must walk a different path.
Oh, shit. Love the use of the Revenge of the Sith soundtrack. Fits nicely.
On those guns, now!
Yes. Oh, dude. Is his name like Darth Malik or something like that? I keep forgetting that guy's name. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Let's just have that brute force with the Jedi. Satil's a really good character. I personally love the MMO. It's a really fun game. It's been a while since I played it. I really kind of want to get back to it. I played the expansion packs too.
They've escaped, Master. You failed.
No, Malgus. This is only the beginning.
Yes. After 1,000 years, Korriban is ours again. Welcome home.
It's a really good shot too.
Enough is enough.
Oh, this is my favorite.
Republic is the galaxy's only
This
hope
one's my
for
personal
peace and
favorite.
justice. It must not fall. The Sith Empire exterminates everything in its path. The enemy has no remorse for the worlds it destroys. Everything we value will die unless we hold the line. This war isn't about politics or resources. We fight for survival, for freedom, for the Republic!
Oh man, this is badass. What's up? the Sith warriors look really cool. She's back. Oh yeah. And aged. This is cool.
With every battle, there are fewer of us to keep up the fight. Those who remain pay a heavy price, but we know the Force is with us. We will never surrender, and we are not alone. The long night is finally ending.
I'm so glad Rogue brought back those hammer ships. So dope.
Revenge.
The first one ever made.
That is what
So
brings
damn
us
good.
here. To the heart of our enemy. To the brink of war.
Who's that? Square daughter? I remember. It's like all over the comment
The
section when
Emperor's
this first
plan
released. I'm
is
like,
in place.
are you stupid?
Our allies are strong.
So
The Jedi hunted us, drove us into the darkest reaches.
Jedi aren't exactly, you know. These visuals are still.
They
just
thought
top
they had
notch.
banished us forever. But now, finally, we have returned.
Just so random.
Rage gives us power. We will feed on vengeance until the Republic lies in ruins.
A man can have anything
These are probably the best well-made ones.
if he is willing to sacrifice. With your birth comes a solemn vow. You will have nothing. Your privilege is the dirt.
Black outfit, white outfit, balance of the force, right look. These are definitely the more artistic ones.
In the darkness, only ambition will guide you.
Yellow's my favorite, man. It's kind of like
The
saying
oath you swear, the promises you make, they are yours alone.
I heard the actual story of the expansions. These new expansions are really good. Really need to play
Your
them.
freedom will be the wars you wage. Your birthright, the losses you suffer. Your entitlement,
Those
the
guards
pain
are
you
awesome.
endure. And when darkness finds you, you will face it alone.
Who's this one? Love how it just unblows like that. I'm snapping out of it. Damn. He's a Sith.
Come with me, son.
This is cool too. just something about her.
Another. Fight.
incredible. Incredible. It still holds up. Those last two are definitely my favorite, just because I like the artistry, or however you want to say it, and like the visually, they're a lot more stunning, they're a lot more unique, and they're definitely a lot more character driven, and I like the first three too. Don't get me wrong, they're still visually good, awesome battles, great visuals, and Satele was such a cool character, and the other, that one guy, that one of those Republic soldiers. Captain, General, whatever his name is. I keep forgetting. It's been a while since I played the Old Republic games, and I really think about going back into them now after watching this, after watching all those cinematics. I really wanted to make another one because they're just so darn good. And this is why Old Republic just works. There's so much lore. It just looks ancient and more unique. There's a lot you can love about them. There's a lot you can love about the Old Republic era. And for us, I'm not sure if Ryan Johnson will do this, but maybe, the writers or the directors of Game of Thrones, and I know there's been a lot of controversy with them now with their last season, and people are already treating it like it's the worst thing ever, and it's just like, oh, give me a break. It's just like, and here we are, we got these people loving the prequels, saying, because they stay true to the lore. Well, they didn't say that back then. Back then they said, oh, it changed things. It ruined everything what the originals did. And with the whole midichlorians thing, and with how the technology looks more advanced at that time, or just other in their ways of what the Force is, and they always say oh, nothing adds up to the original trilogy. They ruined it. And now they're saying this about the prequels, oh, they altered everything about the prequels. They're ruining everything. And it's just I don't think so. In my mind, whenever I watch the prequels all the way to the sequels, I think there's some consistency. They're definitely different. Each trilogy is different from each other, which is nice. Maybe the sequels are too much like the originals, especially The Force Awakens, and I like The Force Awakens. I still love The Force Awakens. It needed to be what it needed to be. It needed to be really similar because with all the prequel backlash, they need to play it safe. Maybe a little too safe. Maybe the story could have been a little different, a little bit more unique. I do agree on that. The originality does kind of, there's not much of that in The Force Awakens, but it's still a damn good film. And The Last Jedi, I love it a lot, and there's a lot I love about it. Are there some questionable things? Yeah, I don't think it's a perfect movie, but it's definitely my favorite out of what Disney's done so far. It's more bold, and visually it's stunning. I love what they did with Luke's character, and I know a lot of people don't, but I think it's very consistent. I think there's a lot that makes sense with this character, especially if we watch Return of the Jedi. There's a lot of parallels and similarities if you compare the Return of the Jedi and The Last Jedi. There's a lot of similar stuff when you compare Luke's motivations in this character and some certain scene parallels going on there. It's like poetry, it rhymes. That famous quote from George Lucas, and I feel like the sequel trilogy is still doing that. Now with The Rise of Skywalker, I'm just hoping, it's not going to be all fan servicey, but I'm hoping it will both appease the fans and also appeal to just moviegoers in general, those who just want a good, well-made film. And I think it will be. If we just get both of that, where it could appeal to both the fan base and your hardcore moviegoers, especially those who are into the art house kind of stuff. And that's why a lot of those artsy, fartsy kind of guys love The Last Jedi, because there is a lot of artistic nature in it, and there's a lot of good meanings and good messages in The Last Jedi, but people are always focused on lore and it not being consistent with the characters, even though I don't agree with that to a certain extent. I believe it is. It's just people look at it the wrong way. I think they're looking at Star Wars like it's just such a badass war story. I don't think it's really meant to look at it. I feel like Star Wars is meant to be looked at what messages it's trying to portray, its meanings it's trying to portray, and just the overall artistic nature of it all. And that's why I love the original trilogy. I love A New Hope. It was a great start. It was an exciting film, and there was nothing like it. And then The Empire Strikes Back came out, and it's just the best made Star Wars film still up to this day. It's well made, it's perfectly paced, the character development's amazing, the artistry is out of the water. Everything about Empire Strikes Back, it's just a great, masterful film. And Return of the Jedi is a fun film. It's the weakest in the trilogy, in my opinion, but it still concluded everything really well. The throne room scene is amazing and just wow. Just wow. There's still a lot you can love from The Last Jedi. Sure, you can hit on the Ewoks and how a bunch of teddy bears are able to take down the entire Imperial army. Yeah, it's unbelievable. But at the same time, it is Star Wars. You can't, that's the thing, you can't take Star Wars so seriously. You can't focus on just the lore, or you can't focus on how unrealistic it is. It's Star Wars. It's a fantasy movie. As George Lucas said, it's made for younger audiences, but I feel like it could be towards, to me, it's an all ages thing. It's not mainly just geared towards kids, but it's also geared towards adults because they're great family films, honestly. Except Revenge of the Sith, which is really dark, honestly, for kids to watch. But that's why I love Revenge of the Sith. I think like it has the best well-told story. Even though it has some problems as a movie, as a story, Revenge of the Sith is grand and great and well told. Despite maybe some acting issues and maybe too much of the blue screen, CGI overuse, but other than that, I love Revenge of the Sith. It's probably my top 3, top 4 Star Wars movie. And yeah, it's just like, I know people look at Star Wars in many different ways, but you gotta respect each other's opinions. And fans are really getting way too toxic, I think, these days. And I'm not saying this as to like every single one of you fans. No, I just feel like a lot of them, and especially the majority, especially the prequel fans, just love trashing the sequel trilogy just because their trilogy was bashed back in the day. It's just like, so you're just going out on revenge? Have you not focused on the true meaning of Star Wars and what it's meant to be? Not to take revenge, not to hate, but to have hope in things, right? So have hope in The Rise of Skywalker, that it will be a good Star Wars movie for you, okay? Now, don't go on, because people are already speculating with fan theories and everything, and I feel like they're leading up to disappointment again. Don't do that to yourself. Go in with with no expectations, go in with an empty mind. Heck, don't even watch your trailers. If you feel like you're going to be disappointed, just don't watch anything. Go in open-minded and just hope for the best. And it may surprise you, okay? And The Last Jedi, I feel like people were just getting way too overhyped about it, and the trailers did look great. And people were theorizing about, like, who's Rey, who are her parents, and who is Snoke, who's this, and then they lead out to be no one. It's almost like Rian Johnson did that intentionally. He's just like, did they have to be somebody? No. And to me, in a sense, that's good storytelling. Rey doesn't have to be anyone. She doesn't have to be related to anyone just because she's powerful. That was the whole point of Star Wars. That was the whole point of the original trilogy, is that you could come from nowhere and have a great gift in you. And it's special. And it's just like, well, he's a Skywalker. He got it from Anakin because he's a skilled warrior. Okay, where did Anakin get it from? And how did it all start? There has to be a beginning, right? How did it get that power? Right? Now I get it. I do agree with Rey. Maybe she wasn't really trained that well. And yeah, she can look a little overpowered here and there. The throne room scene, maybe a little bit, but you can tell she was only taking on like 1 or 2 guys. And she was having a lot of struggle compared to Kylo Ren. He's just like wiping all those Praetorian guards left to right, no problem. Rey, she's like struggling with just this one guy. Even though the choreography looked amazing and visually it was stunning, there were some iffy choreography parts that are just like, that didn't make sense. But you see, people will pick on that and claim it's the worst lightsaber fight ever. Have you watched Attack of the Clones? Clearly not. Clearly you haven't. The lightsaber duel with Anakin and Dooku was so much worse. But that's just my opinion. I don't like Attack of the Clones that much. But if you like it, great. I'm not gonna hold that against you. That's your opinion. That's probably your childhood film. So enjoy it. Have that opinion. So anyways, guys, a lot of ranting in this video. But I want you all guys to calm down. I want you all guys to enjoy this year and make the best of it, because this is the last Star Wars film we're probably gonna have in a while. Yeah, I know we're getting new TV shows and all that, but as far as like the Skywalker saga goes, have hope. That's what Star Wars has always been about. Just understand my point here is that, you know, just like what you like, dislike what you dislike, and move on with your life, you know? You keep sucking your life away with just some fan fiction, you know, and that's all you gotta focus on. You're not gonna get anywhere. yes, Star Wars is a time for us to escape reality and just enjoy this new world you can suck your life into. But don't let that be an everyday thing. Okay? Alright. So, don't mean to sound like a grandpa now and telling you all what to do, what not to do, but I'm just giving you all advice, friendly advice. Because I want Star Wars fans to not give up. And they say they're not going to see a movie and they're not interested. You know, leave them be. Look, if they don't want to see it, they don't want to see it. Let that be their decision. So anyways, I thank you all so much for watching. Shout out to you, Warhead Man. I'm glad I did this reaction video for you. I just want to get it out of the way so I won't forget again. And I'm glad I did this. Those trailers still hold up really well. I really enjoyed them, watching them again since it's been such a long time. And yeah, if we're going to get an Old Republic TV show based on the Game of Thrones directors, I'll be so happy, and that would be awesome. And you're all going to have your doubts saying, well, they ruined Game of Thrones, and it's just like, because a lot of it is based on the writers. They had a writer who wrote X-Men Origins Wolverine. I'm not saying that's like the worst film of all time. To me, it's an okay film, maybe mediocre, but I didn't think it was too bad. But, you know, they're the directors. They're the directing. And the directing style in Season 8 is incredible. The writing was iffy, yes, here and there. But honestly, I was satisfied with the conclusion. I felt like it ended off on a pretty good note. So y'all can have your opinion, and y'all can say, well, I wish it ended like this. You can't always get what you want, guys. Just look at it for what it is and accept it. And you can not like it, or you can like it, you know? But just look at it for what it is and try to be more open-minded. And don't be too narrow-minded about these things, guys. So, anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I'll try to do more videos. If you guys have any more requests, comment down below. Let me know what you all want me to do. I'll probably do another acting kind of video. And I'll definitely do my reviews of each of the Star Wars films, TV shows, video games, for sure. And I'll try to, it's going to put a lot of work into it, but I'm willing to do my best. And I hope it all turns out good. So, y'all have a great day. And as always, may the Force be with you.